Hello Bucks fans, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss Bucks first-hand news and leave your like to strengthen the channel. The Milwaukee Bucks fell short of their team goals for 2022-23 with their early exit in the playoffs, but individually, there were some outstanding seasons by Bucks players. One was the season by Brook Lopez. At 34 years of age and finishing his 15th NBA season, Lopez put up some career numbers and, in the opinion of some NBA pundits, may have had his best season in the league. Lopez had the best shooting season of his career, hitting a career-best .637 of his two-point shots and a career-best .374 from the three-point line. His 136 three-pointers were the second most in his career, and he led the league in blocked shots with a career-best 193. He was also selected first-team All-NBA defensive. While the NBA does not have an All-NBA team for players aged 34 or older, Lopez would have been a solid choice as a first-team member for that team. He was one of 34 players who played this season in the league in their age 34 season. And among those 34 players, he was one of the league leaders in several categories. Leave your like on this video to keep up to date with everything that happens at Bucks. Thanks. Continuing. Brook Lopez had a season for the ages with the Bucks in 2022-23. Consider this: among players who played this season in their age 34 year, Brook Lopez was first in minutes played with 2,373. Was tied for first in games with 78. Was first in games started with 78. Was fourth in field goal attempts with 899. Was fourth in field goals with 477. Was third in three-pointers attempted and scored. Was fifth in free throw attempts and free throws made. Was fourth in points scored behind Steph Curry, 1,648, LeBron James, 1,590, and Kevin Durant, 1,366. Was first in rebounds with 520. Was first in blocked shots with 193. Second in this stat was Durant with 57 blocks. Lopez also broke a few Bucks records for players aged 34 or older. He fell just 40 points short of the Bucks franchise record for most points scored by a Bucks player aged 34 or older. His 1,239 points are now second most behind Moses Malone, who had 1,279 for Milwaukee at age 36 in 1991-92. His 193 blocks are now the fifth most in franchise history, but are the most by a player aged 34 or older. His 477 field goals made in 2022-23 broke Oscar Robertson's team record for most field goals by a player 34 or older, and his 136 three-pointers made in 364 attempts are now both team records for players aged 34 or older. Lopez' 193 blocked shots this past season is now in the top 5 all-time for most blocked shots in a season by a player in his age 34 or older season, per StatHead. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar had 207 blocks at age 34 in 1981-82 to top this list. The Bucks will have some tough decisions to make this offseason with regard to players, and Lopez is one of those key decisions. A free agent, Lopez's terrific 2022-23 campaign would lead experts to think signing Lopez is a no-brainer. The max deal he can sign with the Bucks would be up to $54 million over 3 years. The downside is Brook's age. He turned 35 at the end of the season, and the Bucks brass will have to decide whether a long-term deal is warranted and will Brook Lopez have a few more seasons playing at the level he played in 2022-23. Other teams will certainly be interested in him as well. Put your opinion in the comments, as it is very important for Bucks. I update you at any time with the latest news from Bucks. Help the channel become a member.